Hello, everybody. Sorry, gotta adjust everything. I recently redid, and by recently I mean like earlier today, redid my camera and everything, so things are perhaps slightly offset, so I'm making sure everything looks good. What are we working on today? I'm not actually sure yet. Last night, I worked on trying to get some 3D video export stuff working. Turns out, it didn't. It did not work. Searched a lot for trying to figure out exactly how to get this set up. We needed a particular set of output settings here, and we just weren't having a good night with this. Basically, the result seems to be that I need some kind of different value here. This AV video codec key. And I don't know what that value is, and they don't seem to have an answer for me. So I filed a feedback with Apple over here. Unable to create MVHPC asset writer input, and put together a sample project that proves everything. It is feedback 1311 13277. It's right there. I know that's probably not helpful to anybody that's watching, but hey, it proves that I did answer it. Put together like an actually, I think fairly decent proof or sample project for this one. I'm actually pretty proud of how this one turned out. This is literally the only SWF file in the entire project, so this is as minimal of a reproducible project as I can possibly get. And put a lot of information in here about what exactly went wrong, and it's basically, hey, it'll either fail here, or you can comment out this line and it'll fail here, and the two things that these errors say are in conflict. So I don't know how to fix this, and so yeah, this is your last feedback ticket was a one-liner. Hey, I wanted to make sure, like, I really want this to work, because I want, like, this is one of the like main features that I'm really trying to make Kineo for Vision Pro work on. So if I can't get this working, then I'm gonna be pretty sad. So I really want Apple to help me with this, and if making a good feedback is what it takes, then I will make a good feedback. This isn't one of those where it's just like, oh yeah, it would be nice if it did this. It's like, no. If this doesn't work, I'm not really sure what the point of me continuing to work on this project is. Like, it's kind of a big deal. So, please make interrupted Xcode simulator downloads resumable. That would be nice. At least you said please. Fair enough. Yeah, say does, yeah, Xcodes do that? I don't think Xcodes does do that, because I feel like I've accidentally stopped an Xcodes run before. I don't think it does work. But yeah, no, it would be a nice thing for them to have. I mean, it would have, no, hold on. It would have to work, because otherwise how does ARIA 2, like the thing that Xcodes does to download like 8 different streams of Xcode at the same time. So that would have to work now, right? Where at least it's able to get different, ranges. Because otherwise I'm not sure how that would work. I'll have to ask Matt. He's in the Discord. Ask him how that works. Because that would be a good reason to use Xcode's. It downloads Xcode or simulators. Oh, the simulator downloads. Okay. Yeah, no, I missed that word in your sentence. I mean, it might eventually, or it might download simulators soon because of the whole separate split that they have now, where you download Xcode and then the simulators download separately. But yeah, I did miss that word. Xcode downloads are resumable. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no. That makes sense. But yeah, so what are we going to work on tonight? I am not entirely sure. I think we're going to work on, I mean, we've got a lot of like features and stuff to do this. I think what I want to do is I want to start by getting this like so that it's no longer its own feature branch. I kind of want to put together a release for this, and that release can kind of live on its own, but I want to be able to start putting new branches that go into this release so that I can have kind of separate branches from that. So I think that that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to do some like housekeeping type stuff. This is a weird time for this stream, so I'm going to do like, I'm not going to make it as formal as I normally do. But yeah, I think I'm going to do some cleanup there, get a new release, and then be able to like merge stuff into that release rather than just continuing to build on one specific project. So I think it'll also be nicer to like merge stuff back into this and stuff. We might be able to get away with this by just like converting the branch that I have already into a release branch, because right now I have like feature / vision, but obviously significantly larger than that. So yeah, I think I'll make this a release branch and just call it like release / vision. I don't actually know if that's, will that work with the way that I have my system set up? Let's investigate. Yeah, so we set our version number to that. So I don't think we can set our version number to vision. So we might as well make this like a 24.0. We'll say that that's our release for the vision version of this. We can always change that version number later, but we know that this isn't shipping until next year. So we might as well make this a 24.0 release version. And maybe we do that by... do you believe that when iOS 17 is released, we can ship code with some visionOS optimization code in the same binary? Or would we get rejected for shipping code with a beta OS binary? What visionOS optimization code would it be? Because I feel like what you would get... I mean, that's a great question. I don't think that you would be able to build anything that would have like the visionOS SDK attached to it, but that's not really a problem. Because yeah, so like what does the optimization work do? Because I mean, a lot of the optimization that I can think of is surrounded by like the #if OS visionOS, and I don't think that'll be a problem because Xcode just won't compile that, and so it won't be in your binary at all. I haven't looked at what other optimizations you can do that are just like at runtime optimizations. This is not where I want to go. Developer. But yeah, that would be my first question. Like, what kinds of optimizations are you talking about? Because I know that there's a way to say like, oh, I've got an iPad app and I just want to make it better. And I haven't, that's the one thing with visionOS that I haven't really looked at. The one thing. There are a lot of things that I haven't really looked at yet. Oh, enhance your iPad and iPhone apps for the share space. This is probably what we're looking for. Stuff like the hover effect. Interesting. Yeah, explore design for iPad, app interaction, visual treatments, and media. I gotta imagine that they're probably not gonna have a problem with this. My guess is that you won't be able to build, like with release Xcode 15, you probably will not be able to build a visionOS project at all. They tend to do that with the GMs, is that they will strip out any things that's still beta So I think the other thing that you'll probably see, and I think that we've seen in the past, is the release version Xcode 15.0 will probably not be able to build apps for Sonoma, the new version of macOS, because that would still be a beta SDK at that time, because they tend to release iOS a month before they release macOS. So my guess is that something similar will happen with visionOS, which is 15.0 of Xcode just won't build visionOS projects at all, and that you'll continue to need a beta version of the app for that. But stuff that's in here in SwiftUI that's not really visionOS code, but only really does anything on visionOS, I suspect that you will probably be just fine to do that. It just won't have any effect. Now, obviously, I don't work at Apple. I don't speak for Apple. Apple is always on their... they will do whatever they want, and there's no way that we know of figuring that out. But that would be my guess, is that stuff like this, you're probably fine to leave in. It's not going to have any problem. Stuff like what I'm doing, where I'm building an entirely separate visionOS app, you probably won't be able to... I even fixed this yesterday for you, Donuts, that would work. And then my sister called me earlier today, and I had to unfix it. I'm sorry. But yeah, stuff like what I'm doing, where I'm building a fully separate Vision Pro app, I would imagine that this will not build in 15.0. Yeah. How was your weekend, Donuts? How are you doing today? I assume you also have today off? That's why I'm working a little bit earlier tonight. Managed to have the day off, and figure I'd do a little bit of a longer stream. I know Mono's never going to be happy, unless I do like an 8-hour long stream, but hey, I can shoot for 4 to 5 hours tonight. That'll be fine. Yeah, let's go back to some Git management. You do have the day off. Spend some time with family and trying to fix your app and its abuse of singletons. Singletons can be hard to get away from. They can be hard to... They're very tempting. This is not what I want. Emacs. No, that's what I want. There we go. Actually, what we really want is the GitLab UI. So yeah, I'm gonna rename the feature branch. I think I'm gonna create a new branch off of the feature branch. Mono can complain when you see him stream for 8 hours. I think Mono's gonna complain no matter how long you or no matter what we demands we put on him. That's okay. We can complain right back. Sorry, my glasses are a mess. There we go. All right, so we are creating a new release branch so that we can continue to actually build these. I actually have no idea what's going to happen with this, because what we're basically doing here is we're going to continue to make a release build of this app, but actually none of this will build, because the whole problem is we did a bunch of work to do visionOS stuff, and now our iOS build just doesn't build. So actually maybe we should fix that. Maybe that's what we should do today. Because if I recall correctly, I went and I looked the other day and I found that the newest version of Tuist supports multi-platform stuff. So maybe we'll do that. Let's do a Tuist stream without Mono around. That's what we'll do. Yeah, none of this builds. So yeah, let's go back and fix that. Let's go check out the newest version of Tuist. Let's just also just declare tab bankruptcy, right? Yeah, get rid of that. Can't really get around it in this case, but you can consolidate the various uses to a single class. It felt really bad to have multiple singletons talking to each other, not to mention stuff wasn't initializing how you expected. So I kind of see both arguments in that case, which, yeah, it sucks that you have a bunch of singletons talking to each other, but also, like, it sounds like you're creating a massive class. And that's also not good. So it can kind of be scary in a couple different ways. Hey, there's a new release as of 10 hours ago. Add support for SPM build tool plugins. Ooh, that's going to be useful for work. I don't have any build tool plugins for myself, but day job, this might be interesting. Add additional scheme diagnostic options. Don't know what that means. Don't really care. What are the other releases? It's not really a massive class because the originating classes were tiny. I don't mean massive necessarily in terms of like lines of code, but massive in terms of violating the single responsibility principle. But just like having massive like use case, that's not really what I mean in terms of that. Like being massive in terms of, yeah, being important, overly important. Yeah, a module should be responsible to one and only one actor. I don't like this definition of like reason to change, but it's more like you really should only, the way that I describe it is you should kind of have just the minimal interface to your class. And by class, I mean just type in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be a class. It can be a struct. It can be an enum. But yeah, generally the idea that it should only have one thing that it does, one concern. Yeah, this is a good one right here. Single concern. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this reason to change definition, but the class that's holding the current logged in user and the access token, so it's kind of an apt state class. This is UIKit, otherwise you'd be using an observable and we wouldn't be having this conversation. Okay, so fair. I have found that that's hard to do. You should see the nonsense that I do in Kineo to get around that. I created this was, combined was the big thing to do at the time. And so I have a publisher that kind of just gets passed around. It's kind of gross. The other way that I've kind of handled stuff like that is, well, this is more of like an action-based thing. I use the responder chain to kind of say, like, let it bubble up. But that's actions. That's not really like, oh, I need this data. And so that's not really helpful. But yeah. Maybe not necessarily an observable, but in SwiftUI, you would be able to use the environment for that. Whereas that's a lot harder in UIKit. I think what you kind of would be looking for is like dependency injection, but not necessarily a dependency injection framework, but rather, just the generic idea of dependency injection, which is like, oh, I'm going to be passing this in here instead of using a service locator or anything like that. Can impress everyone and put the value into the thread dictionary. Man, I've had enough. I'm sure you could do. Can you put that into? Can you do that in Swift? Is that even a possible thing? Yeah, you've got the thread dictionary. Oh wow. Yeah, that's an option, KNH. I don't know that that's a good option, but it exists. If anyone doesn't know what the thread dictionary is, don't look it up. I had this feeling of like, thread dictionary, and then I was like, oh, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. There's a lot of different ways to do DI in the UIKit lifecycle. none of them are great. Hey, Mono. See, we didn't get around to doing the Mono, all of the Tourist stuff without Mono. I said we were gonna do a Tourist stream without you being around, and then be like, haha. But no, you're here, so we'll do a Tourist stream with you here. We got distracted by a DI conversation instead. Yep, we're doing a Tourist stream. Well, at least we're starting as a Tourist stream. I'm trying to get my visionOS or my Vision branch back into the well, I haven't really started yet, so I don't know. Did that not crash? Isn't the fire emoji supposed to crash Xcode? Oh, it did. Why did it survive in my dock? No, nothing survives the dock. What are you doing? Options. Don't keep in dock. Don't keep in dock. Don't keep Safari in the dock either. No, it worked. It did kill it. It just, for some reason, Xcode got the keep in dock thing turned on. I'll give you a refund anyway, just because I'm feeling generous. Oh, maybe not, because Twitch has deleted my cookies again, and I don't have access to the rewards queue. Also, you can't get a refund because you did it with the emote. Just for that, I'm giving Donuts a refund. There, Donuts gets a free Crash Xcode back. Here's one for Mono too. All right. Okay, what were we doing? Yeah, so anyway, what I was saying was we wanted to get this back onto like a release track, and then yeah, we wanted to kind of have this be able to build both the Vision app and the iOS app still. What I found is that Coco's gotten sidetracked with all kinds of things. There was multi-platform support in Tourist now. And so I want to go download that version of Tourist, 3.23.0, and see how that works. We're playing with segways last night and almost went on a murderous rampage. Yeah, I can imagine. Segways are like that. Don't use segways. But yeah, so I kind of want to look at this multi-platform support. We hope to introduce multi-platform support incrementally and reduce the likelihood of requiring a major Tourist release. So yeah, what we could do, what we could do is we could continue to use our homegrown multi-platform support, but I don't think that's going to be great. I would like to use this one if we can, but we'll find out. So this part of the work focuses on refactoring touristgraph.target to enable compilation and deployment to multiple destinations. Instead of platform and deployment target have migrated to be supported destinations, a list of devices that the target can be deployed to. Supported platforms are derived from this list. This splits iPhone and iPad into distinct destinations, as well as macOS and Mac Catalyst. Minimum deployment version is a version specifying a minimum requirement for a given OS. You need to take care of some stuff. See you around. Wanted to hop on and say hi. Yeah, I should be going pretty long tonight, so maybe in a couple hours, if you've taken care of your stuff, I'll see you again. If not, have a great rest of your evening and a great start to the work week. Segways didn't work after 3 hours, so I found a non-segue. But you should make a nice Tourist template project and sell it for dollars. I've heard that before. Other people have said that. Some random person has said that kind of thing. But this is the problem, is that Toast keeps moving out from underneath me. I don't want to keep doing that. Anyway, let's see what we find. Be back with more UIKit conundrums. I encourage it. Let's see what version of Toast we even have right now. 3.23.1, nice. That random person sounds like a genius / pest. That's not an incorrect assumption or assessment. Yeah, look at this. You don't even have the most recent version of Toast. These other two don't seem to be all that important, but they exist. But yeah, let's use our version, because we do have the version that has this multi-platform support. So let's run Toast edit. Actually, I want to be doing this in Emacs. Toast. Nope, not there. Let's see what this gives us. Because yeah, what we built, do we have our thing in here? Project description helpers. Yeah, we built this multi-platform target. And it works. I just wish I didn't have to use it. And so we're going to get this one instead, and we will hopefully see something better. Where's that Emacs rebind redeemable? God, what would that even be? And that scares me too much. I mean, what would be interesting would be if Xcode were at all automatable. You know, if Xcode had AppleScript support or anything like that. I think a fun one would be like turn on Vim mode in Xcode for 3 minutes or something, and I have to navigate Xcode with Vim, all the Vim shortcuts. Oh, I will absolutely speak ill of Xcode. I will constantly speak ill of Xcode. But yeah, that would be a fun redeem. Is, oh, you have to be in Vim mode. Yeah, so here's our base targets. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for, is that some of our multi-platform targets need to be not that. Why did I make Kineo for visionOS a multi-platform target when it doesn't have multiple platforms? That doesn't make any sense. What are our targets? We've got Kineo, we've got the app clip. Yeah, those both make sense. Oh, those it's literally it. Kineo and the app clip. Oh, wait, here. Core, okay. Core, yeah, is only iOS. Stickers is also only iOS. And tests. That's a little bit surprising, but that's probably to the actual app, so also somewhat makes sense. Canvas, data, document navigation, editing state, export, shared. These all need to be multiple platforms. So let's go take a look at what exactly we can do with a new target. So target, append, target, and then this is where it gets weird. Okay, so this one still takes a platform. I think we need to go figure out what this actually did. Introduce toastgraph.destination and migrate toastgraph.target to use it. You need coffee and you're feeling fancy, you're gonna run to the cafe and be back in 10? Okay. I will hang out. I will still be here. I'm gonna do all of the Toast stuff before you get back in the next 10 minutes. Right? Yeah, I kind of wish, I mean, does this have like documentation? Challenge. Just take your time. It's fine, right? Target builder platform takes a legacy platform. Okay. Fair enough. Do we have target just in here somewhere? Deployment target? Ooh, deployment. So there's target. And this has an init with destinations now. So I think what do we want? You can sell the VOD for money online. Toast is 10 minutes-ish. Yeah. So this takes a destinations. Why was I not seeing that in Xcode? Model/target. And then, okay, so did they create a new init that takes the old version? It doesn't look like they did. So are there multiple things called target? I guess that's the other question. Is the target that I'm using not the Toast graph target? Let's go back to Xcode. Yeah, this is a project description target, which is different from the Toast graph target. I don't think that we can actually use this yet. So that might be our 10 minutes there. Turns out we actually can't use this. Introduce the platform filters public API and project description is like the last phase of this list. I think that might be the problem. Yeah, toastgraph.target can use this, but our public API doesn't yet have that. So there's our answer. Okay, 10 minutes, done. So I guess what we need to do then, oops, that deleted too much. Wow, why can I not select correctly? There we go. For one thing, yeah, I think we need to move this into here because this is visionOS. We're just gonna put that back in here. This is not a multi-platform target. This is just gonna be a target. Have to close out here, yeah. Incorrect argument label. Yep, this needs to be platform and not platforms. There we go. Also, I'm realizing there's a way better way to do this. Okay, so that did work. Let's make sure that the Vision one still builds before we do anything else. Yep, okay, cool. I'm realizing that the right way to do this is going to be that targets here needs to be this array and then like flat mapped to targets, which we do here. Like we have these dot targets. I think what we need to do is we just need to extend target with a targets. And then, yeah, we can make that kind of a protocol. So we can call it like target producer. Target producer. Protocol, target producer. var targets is an array of target. We need to import project description. So we get that, and then we're going to extend target as a target producer. And all it does is return self. Return an array of self. Okay, and then, sorry, multi-platform target already has a targets. Yeah, right here. So all we're going to do here is just conform this to target producer. So now what we can do, yeah, this is just going to be return that, blah, 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 blah. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Add a comma. Can we just delete this and a bunch of things? Oops. Yeah, delete. And then let's go back up to the top one of these. Oh, that is the top one of these. Replace it with a comma. And then this last one, replace with that. Just grab all of these, indent them. And then, so that's all of this. And then we're just going to say flat map targets. Cannot convert value of type dot target to expected element type multi-platform target. Is there a way to do this that doesn't involve cannot find target producer in scope? Okay, that we can solve. Protocol target producer, extension target is target producer. That is in project description helpers. Let's do a clean and rebuild it. Cannot find target producer in scope. See, now that seems like a problem. Okay, let's get rid of this for a second. And we're going to say this is target producers. Still cannot find target producer in scope. Okay. Why not? I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna rerun to edit because I feel like I've gotten into a weird state. Still cannot find target producer in scope. What the hell? I know exactly what the problem is. I'm just dumb. Public modifier cannot be used with an extension that declares a protocol conformance. Do I need to do that over in here? That's fine. We can do that. Here. Yeah, that fixed it. Okay. I forgot that the things in project description helpers needs to be public. So now we should be able to make this back what we want. Targets is target equals return this array dot map, sorry, flat map dot targets. And then this is just targets again. type of expression is ambiguous without a type annotation. It has a type annotation. I don't like how that looks, but it's still better than the old way. I want to see if I can move this and have it still work. It does. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's fine. I wish it was better, but oh well. Basically, I wish I didn't have to have that other thing. Now, the real question is, can I get rid of this closure too? Because that would be even better. I can. Now can I get rid of this type annotation? I can. Okay. I'm a little bit happier about that. Because now we only have the one type annotation. I think I can work with that. Yeah, so that cleaned up all of that. Let's get back to Emacs. And then, yeah, let's build and run. Make sure that that still actually produces a project, and that project still actually builds the Kineo Vision app. Okay, cool. So let's commit that. Fix Kineo, or no, update tourist target production. All right, and then now what we're going to do is we are going to, switch back over to the iOS version, and we're going to try building that. And it's not going to work for a lot of reasons, but that's okay. We did bump the OS version to 15, so we need to go fix that. That's step number one. I think we can go back to just editing this in Emacs now. Not 17. Let's try 15. Let's start there. Okay. Fixed all of those. And then, yeah, so what do we got to do? We got to start linking some of these. So Canvas phone requires a data phone. I'm a little bit surprised that those don't have that. Because you would think that Vision would have the same requirements. So where is Canvas? Canvas requires data. So Canvas phone should require data phone. Let's go take a look at the project. Canvas, well, let's take a look at Canvas Vision first. Canvas Vision requires data vision. Canvas phone requires data phone. Are our build settings set up correctly? Canvas Vision requires data vision. Canvas phone requires data phone. Yet it says framework data phone not found. Do we need to set up some other sort of linking property? Or is the problem that data phone isn't even building? Yeah, that's the real problem here. Stored document, blah, blah, blah. Preview document store. Well, I think we're okay to make the preview document store only build on iOS 16. So at available iOS 16.0 star. I think we're okay with that. Okay, that fixed a lot of problems. All right, cannot convert type of data document to data phone document. Well, data phone doesn't exist anymore. Sorry, regular data doesn't exist anymore. This one's surprising. Cannot convert value of type data document to argument type data phone.document, but we did already switch to data phone over here. So that one's a little strange. I think we do need to also change to editing state phone. Yeah, okay, that was the problem. Do we need to do... Nope, this also needs data phone. Just gonna put the word phone on a bunch of things. That's mostly what we're gonna be doing right now. This is a weird one, because data... Okay, I guess this is probably... Okay, that was the problem. I was going to say, data is what owns that shape, so this shouldn't have been a problem here. And no, it still doesn't like that one. Cannot assign value of type data playback style to data phone playback style. Wait, did I end up... Oh, yeah. Never mind. I only changed one of these things, and there's two. We're getting closer. Export view controller. Maybe I really should have just done a search for import data and just bulk change them. But that would have been the coward's way out. It's not how we do things here. At the very least, I should, just copy the word phone so that I can paste it everywhere, right? Application state manager dot notification handler. What even is application state manager? Application editing state manager. Okay, so yeah, we made document store a protocol. What did we name file document store? That's what we named the real one. Perfect. This one looks right. Oh, I guess it would be drawing view. No, that one also looks right. Cannot convert value of type page to expected argument type dataphone.page. It's gotta be coming from something, and I would have thought it would have been coming from drawing view, which is right here. But drawing view has dataphone. So I don't know what the problem it has is. I'm gonna skip that one until we come back later. This one is also correct. Data phone, da. Ring, 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 ring. The data phone? Is that what we're going with? Editing state has no member canvas background color. I mean, it does if you know where to look. Banana data phone, yeah. Hey, I got the reference. I did it. Even though it was completely text. Cannot infer type of closure parameter. Are you back from the cafe now? We did finish all of the TOS stuff while you were gone, so. Cannot infer type of closure parameter drawing without a type annotation. So that must be this part. Generate thumbnail. Maybe not. I'll keep going. Film strip page drag item. That can be data phone.
Mono NZ says Coco is best Swifter, and he knows it.
Of course I know it. Cannot find video background image generator in scope. Where did we move that to? Did we move that to export? Export phone definitely exists. It just may not be in here. Oh no, we're gonna have to go back to Toast. We're not actually done with Toast. Kineo Vision does rely on export vision, so yeah, I think that means Core now needs to rely on export vision. Is that where this is? Yeah, Core. Of course, I got rid of all of my errors, and now I need to start all over. There we go. Framework export found. Export phone not found in clip. Yeah. Oh wait, why did I add that to clip? That's not where I want that at all. What are we doing? I want this in core, not clip. Ooh, AV Asset Writer input tagged buffle, tagged pixel buffalo. Okay, video exporter 3D. Yeah, this is definitely at available. visionOS 1.0 star. Why didn't that work? I guess I could say iOS 17.0. Yeah, okay, that worked. Compiling for iOS 14, but module data has a minimum. Okay, we can come back to that one. That one should be a matter of... It should just work. Stickers. Build settings. iOS 15, yeah. Why is sticker background image generator being built for 14? We'll come back to that one. I don't know. Generate thumbnail got converted to an async function, so we can get rid of we need to rewrite that. Self generator. Okay, so page did do the thing. I guess we just need to turn this into a task. Await self.generator.generate thumbnail for page.drawing returns a UI image and a PK drawing. And that's just async. It doesn't throw. So we don't need this guard self. Okay, I guess we do need that. So this is basically making sure that we don't die. You accidentally fell asleep last night when tried to brute force the codec. How did that go? It did not work, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I don't blame you for falling asleep. Wow, we just watched that run. Yeah, no, it ended up not giving us anything useful. I filed a feedback about it with Apple, hoping that they can tell me what I did wrong or what they did wrong or something like that. So I do have a feedback out there for them, trying to figure out exactly what I need to be doing instead. I also built a... Yeah, no, I had a sample project for them. Yeah, this is it right here. It's just basically, hey, either this line crashes or you can comment it out, and then this line crashes, and the two errors basically are at odds with each other. So please tell me what's going wrong. But yeah, this was the project that I sent them. So hopefully sometime soon they respond and say, oh yeah, this is what you need to do. But right now, that's not what they're doing. I think this is a bug here. This guard self.page should be inside of the main queue. So yes, I'm going to change the behavior here, but here's what you did wrong, and here's a term of employment. Apple needs to change their rules on whether or not people can stream development while working there, or have side projects at all while working there, before I will go work at Apple. Because yeah, no, I'm not gonna... The only thing that is keeping me sane in my current job is the fact that I get to go do this afterwards. If I were to work at Apple, like, it wouldn't happen. This is too much my hobby. Would you give up streaming to go work at Apple? I would not. Absolutely not. Phew. Yeah, no. And I mean, would I give up streaming to work in the industry in general? Yeah, probably. But there's just so many other places to work that aren't going to have that kind of ridiculous rule that, no. Yeah, sorry, you guys lose out because of this ridiculous rule. It's the same thing that you're seeing with a lot of people nowadays. Is like, is returning to the office really that bad? Probably not. I mean, obviously some people, have scenarios where, yeah, of course it's much better for them to not be in the office. And the fact that they, life is significantly better for them. I don't think that's the majority of people. It's like, oh yeah, it's nicer to work from home, but it's not, the thing making or breaking whether you can work. But the fact that there are places where you can work from home and there are places that you're not going to be able to work from home means that I think that the balance, even if it's not a requirement of what you need to do from work, if these two places are exactly the same and one of them I get to work from home and the other one that you're forcing me to be in the office, of course I'm going to pick the one that works from home. It's not the only thing that is making my decision, but it throws the balance in one way or the other. And I think the same way about Apple. It's like, do I need to stream to be an effective human being? No, of course not. But when every other job out there will let me work on side projects and stream, and then Apple's like, nah. Yeah, no, like, sure, Apple, if you back a dump truck full of money up to me and you really make it worth my while to not stream, sure, I'll not stream. But yeah, $10 a day for public transport and coffee and lunch stacks up. Yeah. And I mean, there's ways to work around that, but yeah, it's not fun. And yeah, like my current job, well, sorry, let me rewind that. My past job did pay for public transit, and it was great. It's like, okay, I basically have to wake up and get on the bus. It means I have to wake up like half an hour earlier. It means that I can't wear sweatpants all day. But like, it's not that big of a deal. My current job doesn't pay for public transit. It's like, okay, so if you want me in the office, you got to make being in the office worth it. I don't know. Or at least, yeah, I guess the way that I worded that was weird. Not that you got to make being in the office worth it, but rather you got to make, you've got to make it convenient for me to be in the office. Like, oh, you're going to make me pay and, drive usually to be in the office. And then I got to pay for parking. Well, I don't have to pay for parking there, but stuff like that. It's like, I got to pay for all of this. It's, yeah, no, it's a hassle. So I don't know. You like your 2 a day a week? Yeah, I think that would be about right for me. So, the other nice thing about the place that I do work at, this is the one nice thing is, I went to work there because I already knew a bunch of people who worked there. And so it's like, we already see each other a couple times a week anyway. This is not really worth it for me to go into the office when we can go into the pub office and go hang out there. We still get the same benefits and we don't have to go all the way to the office. It's nice living 800 plus miles from the home office. It's definitely here. Let's see how far. Yeah. I work in a satellite office of my job because my home office, the like headquarters of my place is quite a bit further away. I'm looking. Apple Maps. Let's see where Apple Maps can't even figure out a route. Yeah, I am 3,316 miles from the headquarters of my job. So it's a bit of a distance. I think it is possibly like the furthest distance you can get in the continental United States. From Seattle, Washington to Miami, Florida. Like there's not too much further that you can get. So this is in data. It is marked as public. Why is it having trouble finding it? Oh, this is on editing state. You don't think it counts, but your head office is in Texas? Well, see, I mean, I think that that's similar to mine. Like, it doesn't really matter that my headquarters office is in Florida. Never been there. Probably never going to be there. You drove from Fort Lauderdale to Redmond. Oof. Yeah, no. That's a trip. You think the Australian business? Okay, so yeah, that one probably doesn't count as much. Missing argument parameter for 4 in call. I guess I need to make this. Yeah, there we go. Pixel buffer is internal. They license the brand. That makes sense. Yeah, so it's not really even the same company. It's just like a subsidiary. Well, not even a subsidiary. It's like a separate business with the same brand name. I was hearing, okay, so this is a wild story, and I don't know enough about it to know like really who it is. I don't think you have shown it at one point, but I don't remember who it is. So yeah, like you sent a picture of the app. It's some kind of retail company. But, oh, okay, yeah, that would do it. Yes, that company. God, what company was it? Now I'm remembering this. I'm like half remembering this story, and I also don't. Was it AMD? Or, God, what was this? Some company. No, it was ARM. Like ARM China used to be part of ARM, but then apparently what happened was like one of the people at ARM China just like took the name and ran away. Yeah, in the rogue ARM China joint venture. And it's like now they're two entirely separate businesses, but it was like not an intentional thing. It was just like the guy in charge of ARM China just took the license and just ran away with it. Rogue Arms, you know too much about this? Yes. Well, you said Rouge Arms. Those are slightly different. That's a C-3PO and was that The Last Jedi that he had the red arm? You may not have recognized me due to the red arm. But yeah. No, basically, this guy just like took the business license and decided that he was his own company now. But yeah, I heard that the other day on an episode of one of the Stratechery podcasts. I don't remember what that is. Hopefully get your arm unbroken tomorrow. Nice. Taking your arm in for service. I don't know why this one is still failing. This one doesn't make sense to me. Replacing current page with new page. I mean, we got data phone here. I guess we don't need this anymore. Just down to the second. Oh. I don't know if that was supposed to be a pun, but you can read it as a pun, and it's real bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad pun. Yeah, I don't understand why these remaining ones are still failing. It is an amazing pun. But all of the amazing puns are also bad puns. That's the whole deal. The best puns and the worst puns are the same puns. Random photo you took of a secondhand shop. Nice. I don't understand why these last two are being the way they are. Let's clean. Yeah, do a clean build. Let's you know what? We're gonna do a full delete drive data. Okay. This is at least getting us closer to the right problems. There was a sci-fi book I read not too long ago. And there was a shop in that book called the Arms Dealer. And that's what they did, was they sold additional arms. They sold new arms. Oh, wait, no. Core phone is not a thing. Data phone is a thing. It's saying it can't build core. Because scene window doesn't know what data. Why does this need data? That doesn't need data. There's nothing going on here. Could you not give me all of the warnings or all of the errors at once? Give your old arms to some charity. I think they went to the Middle East. Hopefully they don't do anything sus, because my fingerprints will be all over it. Do they actually? Yeah, I'm guessing that they don't actually have fingerprints, right? But that does seem like the kind of thing that they could do. Is, you know, like they have like specific marks in like a guns and stuff, where it's like, oh, you know, like I can tell this gun apart based on the bullet that was fired. Like, could they do that kind of stuff? Like, I don't understand what most of these are doing. These, like, they don't actually need... Like, why does this even import canvas? I just realized, like, half of this is... We don't actually need this. Edit play view. Well, they have fingerprints on the other thing, but I meant, like, do they mold, like, some kind of identifying mark into the thing itself? Is canvas displaying view part of canvas? No, it's part of core. Is playback view part of canvas? Also no. So, like, I don't understand why some of these import the files that they do. Because your side hustle. Oh, drawing view almost certainly lives in canvas, right? Wow, it actually just crashed. I was like, who killed that? Nobody killed it. That was a legit serious Xcode crash. It's like, I didn't see anything go off. Nobody used any emotes. No news from Compile Swift after missing yesterday's scheduled broadcasting. He said something this morning, my time. Like, oh, is it too late? But no, I haven't heard from him since then. Here's a trick. You never need to import both Foundation and UI Kit. So the fact that I just had both of them in there, that didn't need to exist. Hey, Notify. 20, 19, 18, 17. There's Nutters. Hold on. We'll get to... Or, sorry, there's monos. We'll get to nutters. There's KNHs. 30 seconds is a lot longer than it seems like it. There we go. Wait, why did that only play once? Oh, there we go. Now I just have no idea how many there are. No, defaults here. That defaults lives in data. Another Cocoa type stream starting in 14 minutes. There we go. I'll just wander off and then join and then do it. Drawing background view definitely lives in Canvas. I'm gonna run into so many problems here. Slash raid myself. Ooh, this one isn't marked with KNH's name, but I know KNH was the one that filed this one. Zugzwang. It's not marked. Yes, import phone. Time to crash Xcode again. Hey, it crashed on its own like 30 seconds ago. It was great. I was like, who crashed this? Xcode crashed this. That's who crashed this. How you doing, Raycat? Okay, now we've at least got real errors again. Doing? Sounds about right. Doing good. Got a holiday today. I'm trying not to think too hard about the fact that I have to finally go back to work tomorrow. I got a little overzealous about deleting things. Holiday does sound nice. Holidays are great. Should have more of them. Your next one is September 29th. I might actually also have a holiday. Well, not a holiday, but a day off of my own creation on September 29th. Long winter with no holidays? Yeah. Yeah, it seems so weird to me how, like, loaded the holidays are in a certain part of the year. Like, here in the States, we have Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and then like Martin Luther King Day, all within about 2 months of each other. And those are like 4 of the big federal holidays. And then it's like, okay, we've got boom, 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 and then nothing for quite a while. Depending on whether or not you celebrate President's Day, which I don't think is one that most people get. No Boxing Day, though, yeah. That is true. Usually, though, a lot of places will give both Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving off because Thanksgiving's always a Thursday. So I think most places tend to say like, okay, yeah, you can just have the whole weekend. Oh, everything about this is so hard. Why did I do this? They have a great public holiday on the 2nd of January, aptly named the day after the New Year's public holiday. Just an extra day to pick yourself up after New Year's Eve. I think New Year's Day, I've said this probably not online before, but I think New Year's Day is legitimately my favorite holiday. It's a weird one to pick, but I don't know. I love New Year's Day. All right. I have to actually deal with this one now, don't I? What's weird is, okay, so this is... Can we just mark this as @main_actor? And then also async. And then let skins image underscore equals that. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of these two. Re-indent all the things. Await. And then that'll push it up every year. You have a nice apartment overlooking the city. It gets covered in fireworks. Real nice place for it. You have to host every New York City's every year, though. A friend of mine used to have a rooftop where he always hosted the 4th of July fireworks for the same reason. It was just like, you know, great little rooftop area. You could see the fireworks real good. And it was like right nearby where they set them off. And yeah, it's like, okay, you are definitely hosting these every single year because you've got a great spot for them. Super nice. All that kind of stuff. All right, what are we doing here? We can delete all of these. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, look at that. Traditions, yeah. I guess we task. Does that stay with the main actor? If I do that. It feels sketchy that works, but I think it does, because this is marked as main actor. Although, set completion block might not be, because that gets us out of the structured concurrency area. I think I need to do this. Cannot pass function of type sendable async to parameter expecting synchronous function type. Main actor.run has to take in something that's not functional. I think this is what we want. I think we just want that. We can see if it works. Let's go and build and run. Oh, it built and ran on my device. I was like, what's going on with my phone? Couldn't you just do task @main actor in? Ooh, can you? That's a great question, man. I did not know that that was a thing. See, I bought Donnie Walls' book on Swift concurrency, and then I didn't finish reading it. And I should probably do that. But yeah, I did not know that you could do that. Thank you. I'm gonna have to look up some documentation on that. Simulator. Thanks for downloading Kineo. You're welcome. Okay, so yeah, that animation still works. So I think we're good. All right. I have to go prepare for my stream that is starting in 4 minutes, so I'll be right back. It's not actually why I'm leaving, but I will be right back. Have fun. Chat amongst yourselves. Generally, have a great time. I will be back in like 5 minutes. I'm back, but my stream deck is responding very slow. Okay, there we go. I think my stream deck is responding very slowly to the buttons that I hit. I don't know what's going on. Seems like everything's still good. Anyway, yeah, so we got the app working again, it looks like. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to commit that, and that is what will be our release branch for now. Oh god, look at all these changes I made. And now I think from now on we can say, make sure that the app actually builds on iOS when we want to build it from now on, so that we don't break this ever again. You push to release 24.0 right now. That's probably not a good plan. I probably need to go back, delete that branch, and recreate it from Feature Vision. Yeah. So let's trash this branch. And let's instead create another new branch from Feature Vision. Nope. And that'll be our release branch going forward. And that way we can go back to having actual, like, PRs and issues that we're tracking, stuff like that, instead of just continually merging into a single branch. But yeah, this should work now. Although, right here, fix app building on iOS failed. So, let's see if we can figure out why that existed. Reference to member target cannot be resolved without a contextual type. Platform has no member visionOS. Do we need to go fix our CI system? Is a question that might exist. Yes, it looks like it is. Platform has no member visionOS. This just seems like we have an incorrect version of Toast. Mac M1 Mini CI. Nope, that was it. I didn't see what it said. Develop at m1minici.local. That's what it was. Yeah, that is a too old version of Toast. Toast update? Yeah, there we go. Thankfully, Toast is quite easy to update, so you should do that. And then let's rerun our build. Is that this one? We probably also don't have the right version of Xcode on here. Yeah, we don't even have the most recent released version of Xcode. What would be interesting to figure out would be, can we figure out how to specify what version of Xcode we want to use on here? Because right now I just have it selected using 14.2, but I think what I'd rather do is let people pick it every time. New stream, new Xcode. Did my chats die? Or did I just miss that message? Chat dead? Seems like no. Go back to sleep. Am I just dreaming all of this? Or did I make the fire emoji one of the ones that you don't think the pop-up shows when you crash? Well, we should go fix that. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Now, is it funnier when it doesn't do that? I think it actually is funnier as long as I notice it. When it was just in the background, it's not as funny. Because then I don't see that somebody killed it. And I just have to discover it later. But I think when I do see it, it's funnier that nobody... Like, that it doesn't have a haha right there. It's like, it's a little bit more surprising. NS Workspace, I think is how we kill that. Yeah, it's a nice delayed... Yeah, because this is how I do this, is I just kill it via NS Workspace, I think. But I want to know, like, is there a way to tell what, like, the foremost application is? And then if and only if Xcode is the foremost application, or Xcode is not the foremost application, then say something. This is definitely, we've gone down a rabbit hole again. Yeah, let's open Xcode 14.3 and see how that code actually works. You'd leave it as is? Okay, I can leave it as is. Still want to investigate it. Crash effect. NS Workspace applications running first where bundle identifier is Apple code or Apple code. Force terminate. But yeah, is there like an active application? Active application is a dictionary. Frontmost application. NS Workspace frontmost application. So I won't change it, but I could if I ever wanted to. Just kill all current apps. I could always make it kill whatever the frontmost application is, but no. I think it would be interesting to see. Yeah, should display text here. This would be how we do it. I'm not going to change it, or I'm going to change it, but then I'll change it right back. This would be basically should display text, and then that would return NS Workspace frontmost application bundle identifier is equal to com.apple.xcode is not equal to that. So this would make it show me your text if and only if Xcode is not the first one running. But yeah, we can switch it back to false and leave it like that. No browser for you, yeah. So OBS runs on an entirely different machine for me, so there would be no way for you to be able to kill OBS. All right, let's go see if our build worked. It still did not work. What's wrong now? Reference to member target cannot be resolved without a contextual type. Oh, this is toist fetch is failing. Why is toist fetch failing? I mean, that seems to have worked. Do we want to SSH back into the machine? And then go to this folder and then rerun it there. Well, now I'm confused because it worked just fine for me on this machine using this command, which is the exact same command. Reckon you need to fully plan out your SwiftUI migration at work. You want to do it, but it's a big undertaking, yeah. I mean, we're still working on it at my place, and we have a bunch of iOS devs and a bunch of people that know how SwiftUI works. And we've still done just basically nothing in SwiftUI because it is such a huge project. Yeah, local notifications and stuff. Why would this not work? Super confused by this. Reference to member target cannot be resolved without a contextual type. Reference to member external cannot be resolved without an external type. These are all in multi-platform. Why don't I just go ahead and fix that? Like, or change it and see what happens. Yeah, let's just do choice edit. Maybe you could start at the end and work backwards. So what I tend to like is like start at what I call the leaf nodes. It's just like, where is the very end of your view? And work backwards from there. Which I guess might be what you're saying. But that's definitely my preferred approach. Yeah, why is this not just target dependency? This is basically what it's complaining about, right? Is those three lines. 105, 107, and 109. 105, 107, 109. Okay, whatever. Now, see, here's the problem. Is that I'm pushing this to the feature vision branch when I actually need to push this to my release 24.0 branch. Check out that locally. And then switch back to here. And then push this to release 24.0. I forgot the new way that I got this. I can just do that. That wasn't at all what I wanted, but it works. Wasn't quite actually what I wanted to do, but hey. I think one main one will be the whole checkout flow first. Actually, cart delivery payment, already migrated cart. Hey, I mean, if that's what works, that's what works. That would not have been what I would have picked, but hey, you know the app way better than I do, obviously. Start in the deep end, yeah. There we go. Are you kidding me? Multi-platform target Swift, line 124. I don't understand. It seems to be thinking that there's... I know what the problem is. It's that I'm using this no return syntax, and I don't have Xcode 14.3 installed on that machine. That's my problem. What is the Xcode's thing for experimental unzip? Dash dash experimental unzip. That's pretty on the nose. Well, I guess first I need to do an Xcode's update because it doesn't even know about 14.3. Then I need my password. Okay, 1 minute. You knew more of the previous IO app. You knew more of the app than the previous app dev, mainly because you knew how it should work. Hey, Batman. Ooh, there's a 14.3.1? I guess I missed that one. Now here's the real question. And this is probably gonna make life a little bit worse. I'm gonna install 14.3.1. What the hell? Okay, it's downloading. There might be a chance that this is not running whatever the current version of macOS is. How are we doing? Doing pretty good. Yeah, Ventura. My developed machine might not be running Ventura, which is going to make life quite difficult. Let's take a look. Oh, it is. Okay. Whew. Is it Friday yet? Is it even Tuesday yet for you? It's Tuesday for you, right? Passed your iOS app off to QA. Nice. Tuesday at lunchtime. What's for lunch? What did I have for lunch today? I had chicken. I had a chicken tortilla wrap. That's what I had. Fish SMS mobile verification. Nice. Having 2-minute noodles. That seems entirely too fast for noodles. You should slow down your noodles. It's okay to have like 7-minute noodles. 3 minutes or more? Yeah, exactly. Neither have I. Hey, Alex, how are you doing? Alex, how long should it take to cook noodles? This is a vitally important debate we're having now. You can't crash Xcode when it's somewhere else. I don't know. 1 minute 50 max. See, I got a induction stove recently, and now I can have noodles, like real noodles, in about 9 minutes. It's great. Like the true real noodles. How long should it take for noodles to exist, I guess? Mono said he was having something called 2-minute noodles, and I said that was ridiculously fast. Noodles should not be that fast. We need a noodle speed limit. Some kind of noodle constant. I don't know why we're just sitting here watching this download. Mostly because I have no idea what else I should be doing. Yeah, 2 minutes is way too fast for noodles. All right, let's open up with the Xcode beta again. Two-minute noodles, chicken flavored. It's in the name. Yeah, I mean, I get it, I guess. I just think it's a sin. It is an affront to humanity. It is cosmic horror of the greatest magnitude. It should not be. The noodle scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think about whether they should. That's, you know, not to get political, but that's my feeling on it. Yeah, so what should we work on? We got our iOS app building again. But I think most people want to see the visionOS stuff, right? Right? I think that's why most people are here. But I don't really know what in particular to work on. Give me my 2-minute noodles ASAP. Oh yeah, I did do this, I think off stream, where I got the like transparent background stuff working again. Or at least translucent background. Wait, why is that behind? That's not where that should be. That explains some stuff that I've been dealing with, where if I click the button here, it's incorrect. Yeah, you're able to draw over this. That's not good. Well, I guess we can fix that. We can figure out where exactly our toolbar needs to go. So why did that happen? I think we had this drawing view. Did we give the drawing view? Oh, we give it an offset. Why did we do that? I know exactly why we did that. Did we... Yeah, but this itself doesn't have like a depth or anything. But we gave that offset there. That's between like the glass background view and this. So if we turn this around, we look at it like this, you can see that this is floating just in front of that glass. It's very hard to tell. I don't know if you can actually tell. That red mark is floating just in front of the glass. But the problem is that our whole window is floating above the toolbar. I think we need to figure that out. So drawing view, this gets used somewhere. Can we do this in the Kineo Vision folder? Yeah, editing view. Frame, depth. Look at that, 60. Why did we make our depth 60 here? That's probably where our problem's coming from. Can we reset our canvas or our camera and do that again? Yeah, that was our problem, and that's why we've got this now. Yeah, that's all we needed. Okay, well that was easy. What next? Is this done yet? No, it's only 87%. Because what I want to do there, let's go look at our visionOS related stuff. Yeah, we've got our gallery view, we've got our export view, we've got layers, our window resizing issue, and we have our PK drawing view state update. Noodles so fast. I mean, I guess layers is really kind of where I want to go next. But I don't really have... See, this is the problem, is that I really don't have any plans for anything left. It's like, okay, I've now proof of concepted out almost everything that I want to do. And the only thing that I haven't proof of concepted out is the thing that I started trying to work on, and it didn't work, which was the 3D video export that I worked on yesterday. And so, like, everything else is really, okay, I need to, like, plan it, I need to design it, I need to do any of that kind of stuff. And I don't... have these plans. Plots is for the other app, because that's the one that has charts, and you can plot things out, blah, blah, blah. That's a bad pun, but it wasn't even as bad as your other pun, so it was a mediocre pun. It was a dumb pun. I guess we could clean up all of these errors. That's boring. Nobody wants to watch that. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you all want to say? Oh, that's weird. Why does playback do that? I could fix this issue. This is kind of a dumb issue too. Also, wait, did they break my scaling? You jerks. Hold on. Hold up. Where's my app? Sources. Kineo Vision app. Maybe this doesn't get run because it still says iOS 17. And they broke that thing. Yeah, that's probably the problem right there. Introspect window on iOS v17. That probably matches some of this other stuff. Do they not have visionOS on here? I don't see a visionOS. Let's go check out Introspect. Come on, let's spell the word correctly. Do you have visionOS support? Because I need you to have visionOS support. They do. Okay. They do eventually. visionOS View version. Releases 0.12 last week. Where's all my releases? Add visionOS support on 11. Okay, what version am I running? Oh, I guess that would be Intuist, wouldn't that? Yeah, we're running 0.10. Okay, so what are all of these releases? 11 added visionOS support. 11.1 fixed some SPI errors, whatever that means. Okay, don't really care about that. Added a weak property wrapper. Added advanced usage section to README and added community project section to README. Don't really care about either of those. I don't know what this is. I mean, we might as well jump to the latest one, but I don't think that we need anything that isn't in 11.0. That's fine. .12, okay, 2s generate. So then, yeah, I think we need this visionOS. There we go. Let's get back into here. On dot visionOS dot v1. Let's make sure that this actually builds and runs. Yeah, there we go. Apparently a bunch of times. Now does this... There we go. Okay. We are saved. Is this done yet? It's almost done. Because what I want to do is I want to go create an issue for that. Put those changes in that issue and then merge that. That's what I want to do here. I want to get our actual work working. Is that too much to ask for? Apparently, yes. It's verifying Xcode 14.3.1. So yeah, let's go, while that's doing that, let's go file an actual issue for this. Window does not resize uniformly. since release of Xcode. Probably beta 7, but 15.0, beta 8. This is visionOS. And I guess it's also a bug, technically. So we can go create that. We're going to create a merge request. Hey, Donuts is back. How were your errands? Still verifying. Oh, did it finish? Cool. Xcodes select 14.3.1. Time to sit down. Watch me struggle while you struggle with UIKit. I can accept that. We can struggle together. Okay, so now that we've got that, can we finally figure out whether or not our app builds? I don't know if that's, yeah, fixed toist fetching on CI. Okay, so that hasn't, no. So that did run, but that probably ran before, oh no. Oh no. I don't even know what this problem is. Okay, we're not going to worry about this. Git status. Toist fetch. Finally get back to the golden land of compose until QA gives you 1,000 bugs with your iOS release. What? Wait, why is this still failing? Missing return in getter expected to return string. Missing return in instance method expected to return target dependency. But you shouldn't, because you should be on the correct Xcode 14.3.1 now. Xcodes list. Yeah. Xcode select -p. So why are you using the wrong version? You're not, and now you're fine. Did I just need you to like double check which version of Xcode you had selected? Is that what's going on here? Okay. We're gonna push up this change. So we're gonna go to Emacs. We're gonna stash these changes. This is a window fix. Hello, Olivia25. Welcome, welcome. So where's our, yeah. Yeah, storyboarding can be not great. I've totally been saying things incorrectly. I say you're working with UIKit and you hate it, but you're actually doing storyboarding. I mean, storyboarding is UIKit. So, I mean, you are working with UIKit and storyboarding. That's not really two separate things. What am I working on today? I am working on a bunch of different things today. Mostly just trying to get my Vision Pro and iOS versions kind of back in sync a little bit, because those are, they'd gotten out of sync. I worked on the Vision Pro stuff a lot, and then the iOS one didn't build anymore. So I got that building again, and you know, I'm just dealing with the fallout from trying to get it all building again, basically. So that's what I'm working on today. And right now, my CI system doesn't seem to like any of this. So we're trying to fix the CI. Is it out or just the SDKs? It is just the SDKs so far. Okay, so let's commit this. Fix window resizing in Xcode 15 beta 8. All right, now we get to go see if that works. Which hopefully, yeah. See, this this is where my problems have been. Is that everything became red. Here. All of this became red. And apparently just now, that one is also red. The one that I just pushed up. What is this? JIT session error. Symbols not found. Do I need to just like launch this? How do you know if it looks good? There is a simulator. Oh, you're not Benrid. Yeah, there's a simulator. You can kind of see what it looks like. The answer is to like, does it actually work well on the headset? Is mostly like, you don't know. And we've done, like that kind of problem has been, like that problem has existed in the past where Apple will announce an SDK and they say like, hey, we want apps for this. But you know, the hardware doesn't exist yet. And so you kind of just have to like try it as much as possible on the simulator. That's, yeah, that's about all you can do for a while. This happened with the iPad. This is happening again with the, Vision Pro. I think it happened also with the watch. I don't know. I don't remember if it happened with watchOS or not. But yeah, sometimes it's just like, yeah, you have to do the best you can. I think it also, you know, where else it happened was the iPhone 10, the first one that had the little notch up at the top. Like you kind of just had to follow best practices, test it in the simulator, and then maybe your app actually worked when you ran it on a device that had that notch up at the top. Maybe it didn't. Yeah, it was difficult. So yeah. What are SDKs exactly? SDKs is a software development kit, and it basically is the full set of tools that you need to build something against a given development target, I guess. So in Apple's case, the SDKs are for specific devices, specific operating systems. But you'll also hear SDK in terms of like, oh, I need to connect to like a service. I need to, you know, talk to some specific web service, or I need to talk to some specific database or something like that. But it includes not only like the code that you need to build against, but often like compilation tools like Xcode, the developer integration environment. Sometimes you'll see like compilers. Sometimes you'll see stuff like that. But all of those together get bundled into a kit, a software development kit, and that's what an SDK is. Always good to try both iOS, Android, and web. You find it helps a lot when building API contracts, how each platform might like to use the responses. Yeah. Oh, you're just testing out like the backend that you built, Donuts? You want to try it on both iOS and Android? The web can go die in a hole. The web has better ways of interacting with the backends, right? They don't need to use APIs. Okay, I need to figure out what's going on with the thing. If you were to make an OS and you need a way to make a GUI app and you make a new toolkit for it, that would be an SDK, yeah. Yep. Oh, you're just a masochist. That also works. Donuts. Yeah, so what is this? JIT session error, symbols not found. You should try Objective-C. You should try some language that does like really weird stuff, like, you know, what if a language, I know this is crazy, what if a language determined whether things were like public or private based on how they were capitalized? That would be just weird, right? Who would build such a language like that? You leave Golang alone. I don't understand. Yeah, like what is causing this? I'm just gonna try launching Xcode. Oh, it's already running? Oh. I mean, these should be the right ones. 13.3 and 16.4. Xcode quit unexpected. Which one of you crashed Xcode on my M1 mini CI thing? How did you even do that? Maybe you had a commit message with fire in it. That would be amazing. If that actually just worked. Okay, so Toist generate fails. Toist fetch is working fine now. Toist generate is dying. Yeah, no, that is failing. Well, at least we're able to reproduce it outside of CI. Don't commit with the fireworks. It would be C++, but for determining whether it is public or private, but it will be JIT on your kernel, on by the kernel, and only run by your OS. Okay. So you're building an OS and a language? Yeah, what is going on here? No. I didn't even know Swift had a JIT. I want to see if this is in the Toast release notes at all. Yeah, now I do. Have you seen this? And then it's not a thing. Open package.swift and then run toist with init platform OS, iOS. JIT session error symbols not found. That didn't sound like the error that we were hitting anyway. I thought there was some thing that like stored what version of toist you had. There's like a toist version file. What? Why do I have like 4 different shells that I'm running here? I don't know, man. What are we doing wrong? I mean, toist generate works fine locally, right? That it has to. That's what we've been doing. We are not running the latest version here. If we install the latest version, do we break our local? No. So it's something to do with the CI machine. I'm going to try running toist generate from inside of Xcode. What? This is Xcode 14.3.1, right? I thought the magic return stuff was in 14.3.1. Is it not? I thought it was actually in 14.3.0. Is this actually only in Xcode 15? I guess so. Okay, so at least this builds now. Do we get the app working? Yes. Okay, so that runs from within here. Let's kill Xcode. Let's open terminal. Let's run twist generate here. Now it works. Something else that I'm realizing though is twist generate. Do I run twist generate? No open on CI? I should. If I'm not, I should. Where is GitLab CI YAML? Yeah, let's do a twist generate. No open. Yeah, okay. Let's commit this as well. I'm hoping that that just magically fixes this whole JIT error. Apparently not. Missing return in getter expected to return string. Oh, I'm dumb. I changed it remotely and I forgot to change it locally. What we get for not using the tools correctly. Tools are a myth. I mean, this is, yeah, what happens when you've been using Xcode 15 solely for like 3 months and have forgotten what's in 15 and what's in 14.3. That's the real problem here. Can we get this to be green ever again? Can we get this to be green before the old greens drop off the bottom? Compile Swift is wrong. You're fine to use Xcode 15 as long as you don't ship with Xcode 15. Okay. Well, this is a problem. You can't ship with 15, but you can build with 15. You can spend all of your time using 15. And then as long as you're you can't ship with anything. It's also fair. Yeah, are you even trying to build this with this? This is a problem. Okay. Cannot find AV asset writer. Input tagged buffle. I keep saying buffle instead of buffer. They all seem to be in video exporter 3D, so you know, I don't think this is a real problem. But yeah, let's do can we surround this whole thing in ifOS blah blah blah. Should you get the beta Sonoma so or not? I mean, it's so close to it being released. I would say just wait at this point. I'm running it on my MacBook Air, and it's fine. It just, there's nothing compelling enough to make me want it. So it doesn't really, there's not really any reason to do that. Oh yeah, you might not be able to install Xcode 14 on it. So if you want to ship from that machine, then definitely don't do that. Yeah, no, you can't run Xcode 14 on it. I just tried opening it. Yeah, there's just not really a compelling enough reason to install it. I mean, I installed the little, like, I can see my Fantastic Owl widget there now on the desktop. Yay. It's just, I don't think there's anything really in Sonoma to make it worth it. What is it? No, let's go to regular apple.com, not developer.apple.com. Mac OS. What's in the next version of Mac OS? Like, don't they have an official, like, here's what's coming in Sonoma page? They used to, normally. Mac OS Sonoma preview, here we go. What do we got? New screensavers. Nobody cares. Widgets on desktop. Neat, but, like, eh. Access iPhone widgets on Mac. Yeah, same deal. Widgets fade for better focus. That's literally just a sub feature of the other thing. Which is like, hey, you can put your desktop widgets on here, and it's not really a thing. It's not super useful. Video conferencing. Nobody uses FaceTime for video conferencing. They say it's going to work on Zoom, but that requires Zoom to actually release a new version, so not really super helpful. Again, this also requires a new version of Zoom. Not really useful yet. Zoom's not going to release their new updates until Sonoma actually comes out. Safari and passwords. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. The separate profiles. This is actually pretty nice. I forgot that this was a Sonoma feature. This one is pretty good. The San Jose Earthquakes and Austin FC both suck, so nobody cares about them. Use any website like an app. I haven't found that super useful. Password sharing. Again, I use 1Password, so not super nice. Yeah, separate Safari profiles is actually pretty nice. Messages, search filters. I have not tried this yet. That one probably is useful, but I haven't tried it. Swipe to reply. I've not tried it. See, I need to go look at this page more often because apparently there's cool new stuff in here that I forgot about. Autofill PDFs. I've never needed to do anything with PDFs. Link related notes. Starting notes and finishing pages. Meh, meh, meh. Inline predictions is also nice. I forgot that that was in Sonoma. Gaming. I've not played Stray on my Mac. Did I think I wishlisted this. It's supposed to come out on Game Pass soon, but I don't think I've actually downloaded it yet. Sensitive content warning. Nobody ever sends me any nudes, so don't have to worry about that. Screen sharing. Gaming on Mac. Who does that? Yeah. See, there's just, yeah, there's some nice things, but most of them just, I don't really care. Sonoma doesn't seem like a big update, I guess is the real problem there. These should all just be apps with app updates. I mean, the predictions stuff, yeah, that obviously has to be an OS version. Yeah, most of the rest of these probably could just be app updates. I think the Safari one is at least partially because WebKit is like a system level thing. Hey, you need an OS update for screensavers though. That is a requirement for an OS update. I think this one would also kind of need to be an OS update just because it's so tightly tied to the desktop. And, well, definitely tied to sharing across iOS and iPhone OS. Or, sorry, iOS and Mac OS. These are new features, system level APIs. Those are nice, but I don't understand. You and Donuts have both said the same thing. Like, you don't need to buy a new Mac to update Mac OS. You realize that you can update Mac OS on like
D's
an older
Nuts Ahoy
device, right?
says I want more screensavers.
I did not go out and buy multiple new Macs to run Sonoma. All right, did we actually commit the thing that was making this not work? Possibly. Oh yeah, we got into this. Cannot find, you know what I should do is I should make sure that this runs on Xcode 14.3 locally. Your old Mac can't update? Really? You can't even install Xcode 14 on it? ...2013 MacBook Pro? I mean, that is a decade old. What did it say? I know they did drop some Macs for this. Yeah, 2020. Oh, okay. I was gonna say 2022 and later. That seems like a big deal, but that's the Mac Studio, which only ever came out in 2022. So, but I mean, yeah, most of the rest of these, 2019 is a little rough. Although I think that part of these might be because the last iMac update before 2019 was probably 2013. Same with the Mac Pro. So they spent forever not updating those machines. Alright, yeah, we needed to launch Xcode 14.3. And make sure that we could build the app with this. See now, yeah, that was the problem. You reckon the next MOS will be M or higher? No, that won't happen for a couple of years. They're not going to drop Intel that fast. I mean, heck, they were still selling Intel machines until a couple months ago, right? Yeah, this is the one that we got a problem with. If OS... Yeah, I guess this whole thing we really just want to say if OS visionOS and if build succeeded. Do you have any recommendations for XE test with an async function? Yeah, do it. Is there something specific that you're running into? I mean, for the most part, you can just test it with the old, like, wait for expectation stuff. Or you can just mark your test as async if you need to do that. Yeah, unfortunately, I mostly follow Mono's advice, so I don't know that I have any examples that I can show you of async tests. But yeah, for the most part, you can just use the existing tools to do that. Works fine. Yeah, let's launch Xcode 15 again. You can switch back to Linux. Be right back. Nope. Yeah. For the most part, they just work. Now, the thing that people haven't quite figured out yet, and I would argue is just a sign that you shouldn't be doing this kind of thing, or at least testing this kind of thing, is, oh, I've gone and, like, I did something, and then I've, like, kicked off an async thing into the past, and then now I need to wait for it and then, like, have it come back. You probably shouldn't be doing that kind of thing. Like, just don't have, like, stuff that floats off into nowhere. You know, keep track of your async calls, and then to the extent that you need to do something like that, you should have it be set up in a way that you can set, like, an XE test expectation on it and wait for that. But the idea that, oh, I've, like, fired and forgotten something and now I have no way of testing it, well, that seems like a code smell. You probably shouldn't be in that sense. Like, the fact that you have async stuff that you never get a callback for of any sort, like, yeah, that's a code smell. The tests are hard to write because they should be hard to write, because you shouldn't be doing that. That's my soapbox for the hour, I guess. If you're having trouble testing async stuff, you're probably doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Holy crap, it's green. We did it. We did it, boys. Okay, so this is running. Right? No? Yes? Maybe? Alright, okay. Including running our one test creating every icon. How long was that? That was so long. So long. Okay. I mean, at least 2 hours. 528 PDT, and it's now 8:13. Almost 3 hours. Oh, sorry. How long was this single run? Like 1:27. It wasn't that long. I thought you meant how long did it take to actually get the build working again? In which case the answer is about 3 hours. But how long did it take that one run to go? 1.5 minutes. But again, to be fair, there is one test. So that's not saying too much. How long does Black Highlighter take? Because that one has a decent number of tests. Actually, so does Tickets. Rest in peace, Tickets. You were an app that existed at one point. I think Tickets had a decent number of tests. Where's Black Highlighter? Black Highlighter has not 0 tests. Also about a minute and a half. This one, oh, okay, so building it and releasing it takes closer to 7 minutes. But just running the tests, yeah, a minute and a half. It's not bad. Let's take a look at Tickets. Yeah, about 30 seconds. Tickets doesn't take much time at all. And Tickets, I think, actually does run a decent number of tests. Okay, it runs like a dozen tests. Okay, it doesn't run that many tests. But hey, that's more tests than Kineo does. 14 total tests. Actually, Black Highlighter might have it beat then. GitHub Mac is pretty bad. Like the GitHub hosted Macs or what? Because yeah, the GitHub hosted Macs are pretty terrible. They're pretty trash. Yeah, Black Highlighter has 36 tests. Black Highlighter has way more tests than Tickets. I thought Tickets could have had more or had more tests, but I guess not. Black Highlighter actually has more tests. And yeah, look at this. 36 total tests. It took 0.15 seconds. Running my tests doesn't take that long. It's all of the rest of this that takes the time. All right. Go back to actually doing stuff. Now that we got our, did we get our thing merged? That's my next question, I guess. Window does not resize uniformly. I guess it did merge. No? Maybe? Window does not resize uniformly. Merge request must be marked as ready. Okay, it is ready. Merge. There we go. All right. 24.0 is out. And by out, I mean I merged one thing into 24.0. And then, yeah, we can close this ticket, which doesn't close automatically because 24.0 is not the default branch. And so we got to close that one manually. So the default branch is 23.5, I believe. Somebody sent me a bunch of bugs the other day. So I need to go fix those. That's on the current iPad version of Kineo, but it's not what we're working on right now. So, but I do have to go fix those bugs at some point. For visionOS, though, yeah, I've been streaming for about 3 hours. I got like another, at least an hour in the tank left on me. I guess, you know, we do what we did last time, which is we start messing with the app and we figure out what doesn't work right still. And then we go file a ticket about it and we go fix that. How's Beaties going? I have not touched it in a while. Basically, it was doing everything that I wanted, and so continuing to work on it wasn't a big priority. Plus, you know, getting Kineo... Oops, this is not the Kineo visionOS app. Getting some of the visionOS stuff done was my priority for a while. I think it is time to go back to it. I need to look into some additional work. Compile Swift mentioned the work with like the continuous glucose monitors, and it turns out that that's not super straightforward, because I started looking at some of the other glucose monitors, including the one that I have, which is supposed to work well with Apple Health, and I was like, that was kind of why I sought this particular type out. And then I get it, and I'm like looking into it, and I get it all set up, and it's like, okay, yeah, we sync with Apple Health, but we explicitly add a 3-hour delay. It's like, well, that's not useful to me. I don't care about what my glucose was 3 hours ago. I care about what it is now. So I found this framework out there that some people have that kind of reverse engineers some of them. Yeah, 3-hour delay. It's ridiculous. And they seem to work with some. And on the verge of being deadly, yeah. And so yeah, I started looking at some of these, and I need to figure out, does it actually work? B, can I make it work with iOS? Because this is like a server-side thing. Can I make it work entirely locally? Because I don't want to have a server that has like people's health data. That seems like a bad plan. So those are the big two that I need to look into. Because yeah, I need to be able to get this data in a reasonable amount of time, and not 3 hours later. What you're working on: software, your own virtual machine, assembler and disassembler, hardware. You're designing a computer from logic gates. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good flex. Yeah, no, I'm not doing any of that. But yeah, no, that sounds pretty cool. What kind of hardware you're just designing? Just like a basic computer thing from logic gates? And then is the VM emulating that same hardware? I assume. But yeah, that does sound pretty cool. Yeah, we allow flexing here. Yep. PHI is a whole nother level of auditing. Yeah. Whole nother level of auditing, I guess that's what that's supposed to say. You've done the RAM, almost the registers, and ALU. Not much is left. The VM's completely separate. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of projects. Autocorrect's not your friend tonight. So yeah, that's where Beaties is right now, is that I need to figure out if I can get that data more quickly. Because if I can't, then the app basically becomes an app just for people who fingerstick, which is still a market, and is probably an underserved market, but it's no longer me. And so a large part of that is figuring out, like, can I still build an app for me? Literally just entered the hardware world last year. You're only 17. Nice. Yeah, no, I've never, the most that I've done with hardware, well, it depends. Yeah, so like I did contract work where I was not working on hardware, but I was working to build an app that communicated with hardware. And that required a lot of discussion with like the people that were actually working on the hardware, and kind of just figuring out what the like low level APIs and stuff were. You know, getting them to design like a Bluetooth type thing around them. Uh, other than that, like the most hardware stuff that I've done was like in college. I did some like basic like a microelectronics course. And so yeah, it was some like very basic like IC programming. I barely remember any of it. But yeah, we covered a lot of the like logic gates type stuff. But again, yeah, that was I think that was my sophomore or maybe junior year, so that would have been 2009 or so. So yeah, it's been a while, and I forgot everything that I knew about that class. And I don't think I did great in that class to begin with. Designing a CPU, not that difficult. Oh, I also was not a CS major. Was I a CS major at the time that I took that class, though? Because I was a CS major, and then I couldn't pass Calculus 3. And so that's why I became not a CS major. So yeah, then I became a software engineering major. They had a different name for it. I think it eventually became the software engineering major, but it was like information services or something. Yeah, no, I never took DiffyQ. That was yeah, beyond me. Yeah, DiffyQ was even a class above me. See, I did okay in I think this is what Donuts is saying, even though I think it's just a joke. I did okay in the math classes that were more realistic. Or more... So like I did okay in like the physics classes and, you know, like the engineering math classes, statics and whatnot. Yeah, calculus was always just, I get that it's like, okay, this is area under a curve and you need to know this for X reason, but you start getting even like into a little bit of the, like esoteric stuff with calculus. So like, it's like, okay, I got through calculus 1. It took me a couple tries to get through calculus 2, and then I got to calculus 3 and it's like, I don't even know what I'm doing. And yeah, it was just like, it got too theoretical for me, and I couldn't hold it in my head, and I did not understand what was going on, so that was why I switched. And then, yeah, it turned out that it didn't really matter that I never had a CS degree. Nobody called me on it. Nobody called me on it yet. Did we ever get this launched in the simulator again? Yes. So, yeah, what are the things that we know about? Oh, did I just draw a dot? Okay, that's a thing that we can fix. Nope, this is the Beaties page still. Let's go back to Kineo. Not a milestone. A label. visionOS. Bugs. Only your pod leader was a CS major and everybody else wasn't, and you were the best producing pod of that engineering team. Yeah, like, I've got respect for CS majors. It's very late. You must head out. All right. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, like CS majors, definitely there's an amount of like oh, like you really get these systems, and I think that that's useful to have. I also do think that there's benefits to not having that, or not so much not having that knowledge, but like, you know, it's the whole like academic versus practical type balance. You kind of need both in order to build something. And so, you know, like, I don't think it's going to be people that came up on app development that are, you know, pushing the language ahead. You know, they're not the ones doing the Swift evolution stuff. That's all CS majors. But at the same time, like, yeah, 90% of app developers are not going to need it. And to the extent that, like, it may even be, I wouldn't say holding you back, but it's also like, it leads to, it's an opportunity cost, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, you're not going to need that, and it probably isn't worth it if all you want to do is, you know, build apps. There are those who can't translate the academic into practical usage anyway, yeah. I screwed that up. Let's go delete this. Cancel. Yep, let's go delete that branch. 266. See, this is the problem when you have multiple release branches. You have like a default release branch. I forgot. Yeah, exactly. If you want to build like an engine, yeah, you should really know this kind of stuff. But most people aren't building engines. Most people aren't building compilers. Most people aren't building, what was it? A virtual machine, an assembler, disassembler, and your own CPU. Most people aren't doing that. Except for rushtations. And yes, Nutter makes up shapes. I figured out who Nutter really is, though. I found his real world identity. It's this guy. He found a new shape. Find a better. David Smith, retired printing technician from Northern England. That's definitely Nutter. Nutter seems like a Dave, right? David Smith. I mean, that's also definitely a pseudonym, right? Blimey. Definitely a printing technician. Isn't this just an MRI of Nutter's brain? Yep. If only you could achieve such notoriety. See, now you should do a shape that you need to add this shape to your shape library, and then create like a tiling system that will actually tile this shape like this. Which is even harder because this is aperiodic. Notoriety. Man, we've had the puns tonight. We've had quite a pun experience. Huh. So wait, it is. Now I'm confused. Should just take a couple streams or so. So you're able to draw outside this boundary, but it's still not like. It is trimming, but it's trimming at like It's got like a rounded corner to it, but that rounded corner is different than the background. Okay, that's the actual answer here. That we already have a rounded corner clip shape probably, but it's a different radius from the like glass background. So maybe that's the real answer, is that maybe we need to just fix the glass background instead. Where would that be? So this is our drawing view. Yeah, we have this rounded rectangle, corner radius 16, and then we have the drawing canvas. What is the drawing canvas's corner radius? It has a canvas. This is the canvas. Canvas is canvas view. And it has a corner radius of 8. Well, there's your problem. This is probably a bigger problem, which is that we're changing the canvas corner radius for everything. But let's see if that still breaks it. Okay, yeah, no, look, that's still not right. So what if we make our canvas... Yeah, let's give it a slight background color so that we can at least see what's behind there. Instead of this, let's do color dot white dot opacity 0.2. Notoriety, nice. Let's do it. Okay, yeah, there's our problem. We've got a rounded rect and a different rounded rect. Let's yeah, go back to that canvas. The canvas... Corner radius is deprecated in iOS 17?
Dies not Ahoy says notoriety.
The modifier? Well, see, I wasn't using a modifier. I was just saying that. So I think that'll be fine. But then also, like, the canvas is... Wait, I need my canvas view is really what I need here. Yeah, we set a corner radius here. Here, let's actually just undo this and do it over here in this UI view representable. Canvas view. And then, yeah, let's do like a canvas view. Dot layer dot corner radius equals 16. What does that do? Seems like the answer is not much. Do we have some other thing that's adding a corner radius? Because here's our drawing canvas view. That's this. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing in here sets a corner radius. Nothing else in here sets a corner radius. Can I put a corner radius on here? Yeah, corner radius. Use clip shape or fill. Okay, so clip shape. Rounded rect. Corner radius 16. That also didn't do anything. Wait, hold on. Am I clipping the wrong thing? I might be clipping the wrong thing. What if we go back to this canvas? Because, yeah, where did we put that background? We put that background here. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Let's actually just undo this to the point where we had our old one. Yep. If I go to this canvas and I give this a background color. Yeah, background color here is currently clear, but let's say dot with alpha component 0.1. Okay, so that has some amount of rounded rectangle already. And then what happens if we change this to 16? Nothing. That's very curious. I don't understand. I mean, that corner radius also looks significantly larger than 16. Like, so what if I change it to 48? Are we changing anything at all? Yes. Okay. So something about this glass background effect is giving it a corner radius that's different. Let's actually leave this. Is that window being forced to have a corner radius? Don't believe so. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think this is the problem here. Glass background effect. What is... Can I... Yeah, glass background effect in... Yeah, I think this is the problem, is that in needs like a shape. Can I do this? There's... Yep, that's what I wanted to do, was teleport backwards out of this room. Yeah, that's doing what I want. Okay. So we just need to basically set the glass background effects thing. So then can I just make this just a regular rectangle? Yes, yes I can. Okay, that's what I wanted. And then, yeah, at some point I need to like fix the design so that all of these glass effects look correct. Nutter's a genius. Yes, Nutter is a genius. This is true. I mean, he came up with a brand new aperiodic table all by himself, despite being in England. So now I'm going to break it again because the canvas is actually 8. Or is it still working? Time zone difference is taking a toll. So wait, if the canvas's corner radius is 8, wait, did I ever fix the one that was in here? I bet I didn't. Yeah, no, that explains the rat hand. Did I? I didn't change anything else in here. I'm lost again now, because the canvas now has a corner radius of 8. I think. Whereas the glass background effect is 16. Is it just that's so subtle a difference that I can't actually tell that there is a difference? That might be the case. But yeah, this is 16. The other thing's 16. The canvas is 8. Can we walk up real close to this thing? Oh yeah, it is just subtle. No, go up. Hover. Yeah, see, you can be real up close. Not that close. You're real up close, you can see that there is a slight difference in the corner radius here. And then yeah, my guess is that that fixes itself at some point. So let's go back here. I guess, yeah, let's go in here. And let's fix this here. That's still slightly off. It is even more subtle than it was before. Come on. But it does still seem to be slightly off. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things because of that weird, yeah, it's just the anti-aliased border. Which, I mean, maybe we should inset just by, like, 1 point to fix that. But, I mean, who's going to notice that? Besides me. Is there like an inset modifier on view? Oh, it might also be because of this. Because we are slightly backed up. Yeah, there's not really an inset, is there? Oh, I guess padding. Padding would be that inset. I think that fixed it. Yeah. God, these are sensitive. Yeah, see, now it just doesn't quite get up to the edge, but actually, honestly, that looks worse than what it did before. Yeah, I'm gonna remove that padding. I think it looks fine. But yeah, we fixed the other issue. I think that's okay. Okay, we did not go to the right, oh god, who did that? What is that? Yeah, we didn't go to the right branch, but that does fix my problems. Corner radio. All right, we'll set that to merge when the pipeline succeeds, and we can go back to here. One thing that we could fix is this background color here. I don't know that I care about that one right now. So something that I definitely want to fix on the iPad version is the SwiftUI version of the film strip is way less buggy than the UIKit based one, and I really want to fix that. What's your opinion on core data versus something like reSwift? Well, I'm not sure what reSwift is, so unidirectional flow in Swift. That doesn't sound like those don't sound like competing things. One is about data persistence. This is about like app state. So I'm not sure. Couldn't you use both? You should not use core data to manage your like app state. Also, is this still actively maintained? 3 weeks ago. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's a lot of systems that will solve or that attempt to solve this kind of problem. I know the big one these days is TCA, the composable architecture. I think that only works with SwiftUI though, whereas this seems like this might be UIKit as well. And then obviously there's like RX Swift versus Combine and other stuff like that, where you're not really, they're not tied to state things, but they're ways of solving the same sort of like flow problem. I mean, in that case, I would probably just use Combine, but that's not really a... I don't know. But yeah, I don't understand the question with regards to this being this versus core data. Because core data is not lurking while you go stuff your face with not carbs. Nine-minute noodles. Slow noodles. Part of the slow food movement. Yeah, I mean, it seems fine. Sorry, there's a conflation on your part about app state versus persistence. Okay, yeah. I don't really understand why those would be in conflict, but yeah, no, I think it's a yeah. It is definitely a thing that you could use. Hey, this got merged. Sweet. I haven't really, yeah, like, I don't know. I don't love a lot of those kinds of systems, but I don't really have like a great excuse as to why I don't like them. So that is not helpful to you. Why am I still able to draw over this, even though it's ostensibly playing back? This feels like a thing that I should look into, right? You have similarly unfounded prejudices. I say listen to your gut. I say be terrible at drawing. Okay, so we've got this, but then can I still also draw on this? No. Why was I able to draw on it before? Here, let's figure out why this has a weird background. Is it entirely because of this? The answer might be yes. That this is in fact the color that we want it to be. And if we pick a different color, and we hit play. Ooh. Okay, so this is a different color no matter what. Okay, so where's our like playback canvas? Do we even have a playback canvas? When we hit play, what happens? Let's go to our toolbar. Let's go to our... Where's our play button? Don't we have a play button? Oh, we didn't extract that. Okay. So, yeah, we do want to set this. We want to create a play button. But then, okay, so we set our editing state to playing continuously. What does that mean? Not much. That's got to be in like our main view, right? Sources, root view. Root view has our editing view. GOZ stack. 3D GOZ stack. Drawing view. Editing state is editing state. Wait, what controls whether or not we're doing a playback? Is that not in here? Oh, if editing state mode equals editing, else player background white. Yeah, there's your problem. There we go. All right. Bug fixed. And then, yeah, let's also go ahead and migrate that play button as well. What am I doing? It's easy. Okay, so let's bring back that git stash. And then, yeah, let's go fix that button too in the toolbar content. Yeah, let's make this its own thing because we did that with everything else, and I think it's weird that we didn't do it with play button. Why didn't we do it with play button? Okay, so we're going to need to take in a binding to editing state. Which means importing editing state vision. Perfect. Fully implemented the entire feature in Compose in 30 minutes. Forgot to put the tablet on charge. Uh-oh. All right. I think that might be it for me tonight. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your week. I will be back on Friday, right? Yeah, we're not doing anything exciting on Friday this week. I will be back on Friday. Yeah, now you come here and crash Coco's episode. Go for it. It's all done. Yeah. Donuts and autocorrector not having a good night tonight, are ya? Yeah, no, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I will be back Friday night. Tonight, tomorrow, you should have Nutter stream, I think, tomorrow, right? Go check out his SwiftUI book writing session. Should be fun. And yeah, hope to see you around. Thanks for hanging out. Good night. Hold on. Nobody leave. Nobody leave. Everybody can say. All right. Notoriety accomplished. This is actually not going to build because we didn't do this. Yeah, exactly. You said goodbye and I was like, oh crap. I've got to fix this. There we go. Okay. We're good. We're good. All right. See you Friday.